I'm Ryan with Competitive Cyclist, and this is the Yeti 575. Yeti is a brand we've always admired from afar, so we're very excited about adding them to our product line. Their mountain bikes range from a route-style hardtail, the Arc, to a flagship World Cup level downhill bike, the 303. And perched firmly in the middle ground between the race rocket and downhill beast is their do-it-all trail bike, the 575. I heard about the 575 a few years ago when I'd forgotten that Yeti was actually still in business. I can't believe they dropped off my radar because I have fond memories of their distinctive turquoise race bikes and the rock stars of mountain biking who rode them to victory. Julie Furtado, John Tomac, and Missy Giovi were just a few. Cut to the present, and Yeti is as busy as ever, building some of the most innovative full springers on the planet. Yeti's roots are firmly planted in the world of single track, but they still sponsor a world-class gravity racing team, and since they use the racers as test subjects for new designs, it's no surprise that the 575 was born. When you look at the 575, the first thing that jumps out is the swoopy hydroform top tube. The droop in the top tube serves as a connection point for the top eye of the rear shock, so all the suspension loads get transferred into the long axis of the top tube. And since there is a bend here, it's what we call a hard point, where the frame is inherently stronger and stiffer. So the result is that it's the smartest place to attach the shock, which is an RP23 with a fit damper. Now, Fox RP23 is my personal favorite because it offers a consistent, supple feel, and the Pro Pedal option is always there if I need to firm things up a bit when climbing. All of the pivots on the 575 use sealed cartridge bearings for smooth suspension action, and Yeti engineers eliminated the pivot at the end of the seat stays. It's been replaced by tapered pieces of carbon fiber which act a little bit like leaf springs, thus providing the same amount of movement as a traditional pivot. However, it's lighter and stiffer than a pivot would be, and it does the same job. Another thing I like is the clean looking cable and hose routing. As you can see, everything is routed neatly beneath the down tube. With the hoses and cables running so closely to the main pivot, there is never a situation where a weird loop of extra material develops during the cycling of the suspension and rubs your leg, or worse, the frame. After the first ride, I knew the 575 wouldn't be my cross-country race bike. It's just too supple for that. However, I could ride it all day long, and if I saw a tempting wall ride or a big stair gap on the way to the trails, there wouldn't be any harm in stopping to session for a while. The 575 would be the one bike that I'd travel with for a week full of riding in big mountain country. Though it might be less optimal than your race bike, it can be pedaled up long grades with reasonable efficiency. And when the trail gets really rough or points downhill, the 575 really shines. The plush mid-stroke on the rear suspension gobbles up baby head-sized rocks and keeps you glued to the trail no matter how technical it gets. The Yeti 575 is available in sizes extra small through extra large and comes in 4 colors. If you have any questions about the 575 or any of Yeti's other mountain bikes, feel free to call us or send an email to mtb@competitivecyclist.com.